So you've worked extensively on agricultural development projects in Africa. Some sugar production projects in Mali, I believe, were a recent focus. A lot of those have required, smallholder farmers to turn over their land for agricultural investment, but have also sought ways to include those farmers in the development models that you're promoting and investing in. What would you say are the biggest lessons that you've learned trying to facilitate that process?
To have business, to have agriculture be treated as a business, all elements, all actors in the value chain must also be benefiting from the businesses being put together. There are two models that don't work, either extreme. I mean, if you go straight commercial farming, fully mechanized, just basically displacing the small grower there, you're going to have political suicide in your hands. The answer is, and this is where the art of the deal is, somewhere in between. How do you split it? Where do you split it? Is it 30, 70, 40, 60? This is to be decided. It's going to depend on the level of sophistication of the farmers, the crop. Mm-hmm. But the key, no matter what the crop or what level of sophistication is, aligned interest to the extent that both sides win. And that's what a PPP is all about. And, if you're not aligning interest, if both sides or all sides don't feel that they got maybe slightly a better deal, then it doesn't work. Everybody needs to walk away and say, I got a pretty good deal out of this one. That's the key. This idea of inclusive growth is in everybody's interest. It's clear. It's not something you need to force down business. It's in business's interest. It's clear. The real key with coming in is identifying, and this is where, farming is a lot of space. It's more than manufacturing investments. You've got to understand and become aligned interests with the communities. Mm-hmm. If you don't, you're dead. It doesn't work. So what are lessons? One is spend a lot of time in the front end, in prepping, establishing, make people understand. That is what needs to be. That is maybe the most important lesson. Yeah. Which means it's going to take time. It's going to cost. And this is where when we speak of public and private partnerships, where the public money, or you can call it, patient capital, you can call it development funds, whatever, I call it softer money, the long-term money, really needs to come in and help us with the commercial money, because that extra time to bring along the communities, to have them understand it, that's all a cost. If I have to include all of that in my pre-project development costs commercially, I'm liable to bust the bank before I start producing what I'm producing. Right. So that's something that governments and donors and patient capital, softer money can really, the more they can do that sort of thing, so people understand that we're all rowing in the same direction, and the interest is prepping. And I think is, for me, the single largest lesson that I've had over time developing these complex projects.